DeepSeek has taken the AI world by storm, seemingly out of nowhere. This Chinese AI chatbot app has skyrocketed to the top of both Apple's App Store and Google Play charts, leaving many wondering, where did it come from, and how did it manage to disrupt the AI landscape dominated by tech giants like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic? Today, we're diving deep into everything you need to know about DeepSeek, from its origins to its impressive technical capabilities and the geopolitical concerns it's raising. DeepSeek's meteoric rise began in January 2025 when it suddenly displaced ChatGPT as the #1 app in the App Store. This wasn't just another AI chatbot. DeepSeek's performance and efficiency caught the attention of Wall Street analysts and Silicon Valley technologists alike, raising serious questions about whether the United States can maintain its lead in the global AI race and whether the demand for AI chips will remain as high as previously projected. But to understand DeepSeek's significance, we need to start with its unusual origins. Unlike most AI startups that emerge from university research labs or tech incubators, DeepSeek has its roots in the financial sector. The company is backed by Highflyer Capital Management, a Chinese quantitative hedge fund that uses artificial intelligence to inform its trading decisions. Highflyer was co-founded in 2015 by Liang Wenfeng, an AI enthusiast who reportedly began experimenting with algorithmic trading while still a student at Zhejiang University. Wenfeng officially launched Highflyer Capital Management as a hedge fund in 2019, with a specific focus on developing and deploying AI algorithms for financial trading. This background in finance and algorithmic trading provided the foundation for what would eventually become DeepSeek. In 2023, Highflyer established DeepSeek as a research lab dedicated to exploring AI tools separate from its financial business. With Highflyer as one of its primary investors, the lab eventually spun off into its own company, also called DeepSeek. From the beginning, DeepSeek took an independent approach by building its own data center clusters for model training rather than relying entirely on cloud providers. However, like other AI companies in China, DeepSeek has been affected by US export restrictions on advanced semiconductor hardware. To train one of its more recent models, the company was forced to use NVIDIA H800 chips, which are less powerful versions of the H10 chips that are available to US companies. Despite these constraints, DeepSeek has managed to develop highly competitive AI models. The technical team at DeepSeek reportedly skews young, with the company aggressively recruiting doctorate-level AI researchers from top Chinese universities. Interestingly, DeepSeek also hires people without computer science backgrounds to help its technology better understand a wide range of subjects, a strategy that appears to be paying off in the versatility of its models. DeepSeek first entered the AI scene in November 2023 with the release of its initial set of models, DeepSeek Coder, DeepSeek LLM, and DeepSeek Chat. While these early offerings showed promise, it wasn't until the spring of 2024, when the startup released its next-generation DeepSeek V2 family of models, that the AI industry really began to take notice. The DeepSeek V2 system, designed as a general-purpose text and image analysis platform, performed remarkably well in various AI benchmarks. What really set it apart, though, was that it was far cheaper to run than comparable models at the time. This cost advantage was so significant that it forced DeepSeek's domestic competition, including tech giants like ByteDance and Alibaba, to slash the usage prices for some of their models and make others completely free. But DeepSeek wasn't done disrupting the market. In December 2024, the company launched DeepSeek V3, which only added to its growing reputation. According to DeepSeek's internal benchmark testing, DeepSeek V3 outperforms both downloadable, openly available models like Meta's Llama and closed models that can only be accessed through an API, like OpenAI's GPT-4o. This is a remarkable achievement for a relatively new player in the field. Perhaps even more impressive is DeepSeek's R1 reasoning model. Released in January 2025, DeepSeek claims that R1 performs as well as OpenAI's O1 model on key benchmarks, which is no small feat considering that OpenAI's O1 represents some of the most advanced AI reasoning capabilities available today. As a reasoning model, R1 effectively fact-checks itself, which helps it avoid many of the pitfalls that typically trip up large language models. Reasoning models generally take longer to arrive at solutions compared to typical non-reasoning models, usually seconds to minutes longer, but the trade-off is that they tend to be more reliable in domains such as physics, science, and mathematics. However, there is a significant downside to R1, DeepSeek v3, and DeepSeek's other models. Being developed in China, they're subject to benchmarking by China's internet regulator to ensure that their responses embody core socialist values. In practical terms, this means that in DeepSeek's chatbot app, R1 won't answer questions about politically sensitive topics like Tiananmen Square or Taiwan's autonomy. This content moderation approach reflects the different regulatory environments in which AI companies operate around the world. One of the most intriguing aspects of DeepSeek is its business model, or perhaps the apparent lack of one. The company prices its products and services well below market value, and in some cases, gives them away entirely for free. DeepSeek claims that efficiency breakthroughs have enabled it to maintain this extreme cost competitiveness, though some experts have disputed the figures the company has provided. Whatever the case may be, developers have enthusiastically embraced DeepSeek's models. While not open source in the traditional sense, DeepSeek's models are available under permissive licenses that allow for commercial use. According to Clem Delling, the CEO of Hugging Face, one of the platforms hosting DeepSeek's models, developers on Hugging Face have created over 500 derivative models of R1 that have accumulated a combined 2.5 million downloads. This level of adoption speaks to the perceived quality and utility of DeepSeek's technology. DeepSeek's success against larger and more established rivals has been described by some as a pending AI and by others as overhyped. Regardless of where one stands on that spectrum, there's no denying that DeepSeek has had a significant impact on the AI industry and market. The company's rise was at least partly responsible for causing Nvidia's stock price to drop by 18% in January 2025, wiping out hundreds of billions in market capitalization. It also prompted a public response from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, suggesting that even the industry leaders are taking notice. In a sign of DeepSeek's growing influence, Microsoft announced that DeepSeek is now available on its Azure AI Foundry service, Microsoft's platform that brings together AI services for enterprises under a single banner. When asked about DeepSeek's impact on Meta's AI spending during its first quarter earnings call, CEO Mark Zuckerberg maintained that spending on AI infrastructure will continue to be a strategic advantage for Meta, suggesting that major tech companies aren't planning to scale back their AI investments despite DeepSeek's efficiency claims. During Nvidia's fourth quarter earnings call, CEO Jensen Huang emphasized DeepSeek's excellent innovation, noting that reasoning models like DeepSeek's R1 are actually beneficial for Nvidia because they require significantly more computational resources. This perspective suggests that even if DeepSeek's models are more efficient on a per-parameter basis, the trend toward more complex reasoning models could still drive demand for advanced AI chips. However, not everyone is embracing DeepSeek with open arms. Some companies have implemented bans on the use of DeepSeek's technology, likely due to data security concerns related to its Chinese origins. Entire countries and governments are also taking action. South Korea has suspended DeepSeek's local service, and the Pentagon has scrambled to block DeepSeek after employees were found connecting to Chinese servers. New York State has also banned DeepSeek from being used on government devices. These reactions highlight the geopolitical dimensions of AI development and deployment. As AI becomes increasingly central to national security and economic competitiveness, the origin of AI systems is becoming a matter of significant concern for governments around the world. In March 2025, The Wall Street Journal reported that the US will likely ban DeepSeek on government devices, further underscoring these tensions. Looking toward the future, it's unclear exactly what path DeepSeek will take. Improved models are certainly on the horizon, but the company faces significant challenges in navigating the complex geopolitical landscape. The US government appears to be growing increasingly wary of what it perceives as harmful foreign influence in the AI sector, which could limit DeepSeek's ability to expand in Western markets. Despite these challenges, DeepSeek's technical achievements cannot be ignored. The company has demonstrated that innovative approaches to model architecture and training can yield impressive results, even with constraints on access to the most advanced hardware. This suggests that the global AI race is far from over, and that breakthroughs can come from unexpected places. DeepSeek's rise also raises important questions about the economics of AI development and deployment. If DeepSeek's efficiency claims are even partially true, They challenge the assumption that developing cutting-edge AI necessarily requires the massive computational resources and financial investments that companies like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic have been making. This could potentially democratize AI development and make advanced AI capabilities more accessible to a wider range of organizations. At the same time, DeepSeek's story highlights the tensions between open and closed approaches to AI development. While DeepSeek's models are not fully open source, they are more accessible than many of the models developed by US companies. This has clearly resonated with the developer community, as evidenced by the rapid adoption of DeepSeek's models on platforms like Hugging Face. The regulatory challenges facing DeepSeek also underscore the different approaches to AI governance emerging around the world. While Chinese regulations focus on ensuring that AI systems align with state values, Western regulations tend to emphasize privacy, transparency, and fairness. These different regulatory frameworks will likely shape the development and deployment of AI systems in significant ways in the coming years. For users considering whether to try DeepSeek's chatbot app, the decision involves weighing the impressive technical capabilities against potential privacy and security concerns. While DeepSeek offers a powerful and efficient AI assistant, users should be aware of the data handling practices and regulatory environment in which the company operates. For developers and businesses considering incorporating DeepSeek's models into their applications, similar considerations apply. The technical performance and cost advantages are compelling, but potential regulatory restrictions and geopolitical tensions could create complications down the line. As the DeepSeek story continues to unfold, it serves as a fascinating case study in the complex interplay of technology, economics, and geopolitics that characterizes the current state of AI development. Whether DeepSeek ultimately establishes itself as a lasting player in the global AI landscape or faces insurmountable challenges due to geopolitical tensions remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the company has already made its mark on the AI industry and forced both established players and observers to reconsider some of their fundamental assumptions about the future of AI. As we continue to monitor DeepSeek's progress and impact, it's worth remembering that the global AI landscape is still very much in flux. New players, technologies, and approaches can emerge rapidly and disrupt existing paradigms. In this dynamic environment, staying informed about developments like DeepSeek is essential for anyone interested in understanding the trajectory of AI technology and its implications for society, business, and international relations.